what the Buccaneers have done so far in this week of free agency and leading up to it is living up to the word of the general manager, Jason Light, when he was on this program a couple of weeks after the Super Bowl, living up to the spirit and philosophy and belief that was stated by their Super Bowl winning head coach after the game that night and also a few days later on this show, and Bruce Arians, is that I think we can sign everybody back. And they franchise tag Chris Godwin, who apparently, according to reports coming out of the worldwide leader in sports and other spots, has signed his franchise tender. That does not mean he's going to play on the franchise tag figure this year. That means he has signed it. He is not holding out. He is going to be part of all the off-season program activities. He will be in the fold this year for sure. They do have a few months to figure out the long-term contract possibilities, and in terms of that figure, maybe they let every other piece of the puzzle fall into place, all the dust, if you will, settle. But he's there. 12 is going to have 13 and 14 to throw to again in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and 12 we all know is Tom Brady, who reconfigured his contract as well. So they've got Tom handled it, for one way to put it. Settled might be another. They got Gronk after he dipped his toe in the free agency pool. 1 year, $10 million, according to Drew Rosenhaus. That hasn't been announced yet, but that is according to his agent. They got him. They got our second hour guest, Levante David, 2 year, $25 million deal.
Ooh.
Got him done. They also signed Aaron Stinney, a guard, to a 1 year deal. Got him handled. And that also includes Shaquille Barrett taken care of to a long-term deal. He didn't get what we saw, a big hitting contract that he perhaps could have gotten if he decided to just say, you know what, thanks for the memories, Tampa. I'm going to go where the biggest dollars are. And I say that fully aware that it's a 4 year, $72 million contract. But when you're talking about premier edge rushers in the NFL, that's a position that gets paid, pizzade, a little bit more than that. But he's decided, I was acquired by them. I've become a grown-ass man there. I like it there. I like paying no state taxes there. I want to win again there. I liked being on a boat in a championship parade there. I'm staying there. And then a big piece yesterday. Major piece yesterday. Huge piece yesterday.
Do it, Rich. Go for it, man.
Kickers are big pieces, too. Kickers are big pieces, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just ask Bruce Arians how he liked, the place kicking against the Giants in his first year. After getting beat by Daniel Jones in his first career start. Daniel Jones coming back against his team, having the game on the leg of his kicker. We all know. Kickers are what? Like lawyers? You don't talk about them until you need them?
Until you need one.
You don't like them or covet them until you actually need one? Is that what it is? Ryan Suckup was a big piece of this puzzle, man.
He only missed 3 kicks last year.
3 year, $12 million deal. You're like, paying $4 million for kicker? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
When he goes 37 for 40, you pay him $12 million.
Warren Sapp told me a very long time ago, and I listen to what Warren has to say for many reasons.
Yeah.
But he's got a ton of great phrases, and he knows how to communicate them, and this one's safe for work. He said, there are 2 people you don't mess with in my locker room. Don't mess with my quarterback, and don't mess with my kicker.
Really?
Yes, because he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
Fragile minds.
He gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it. The guy who basically says, give me 17 points and I'll win you a championship. He understands that those 17 points are 2 touchdowns and a field goal. He understands that. They may come down to it. He plays his ass off. And the kicker boots 3 through the uprights. He understands what that means. Well done. And not to, if you will, suck up to Jason Light. Well done.
Nice.
Now, I don't know how it's all going to play out, but you have to assume that the fire that was ignited after they lost to the Chiefs in the regular season last year is only going to be continued. That they've got even more confidence and an understanding of what worked and a better way of handling whatever crises might come up because they handled it all to the ultimate success the year before. That leaves what? Antonio Brown, but he's kind of like, you know, an extra cherry on top, you'd have to say. That leaves Ndamukong Suh, I guess, in terms of crucial players. And you let maybe those guys go through the free agent market and say, the door's open here, folks, but this is the figure that we can afford, certainly since we have to pay everybody and we got everybody back.
Antonio Brown's a heck of a cherry.
Yeah, right. No, I know that, but honestly,
he's a luxury.
He's a luxury. Yeah. I mean, you could run it back with Scotty Miller and these guys and Gronk and O.J. Howard, I believe, is still in this mix here. And
I think so.
You know, I mean, so you can run this Cameron Brate. If you want to bring him back, I mean, there's a ton of players that you can run it back with, and then there's the draft too.
Well, Cameron Brate, you know, caught the Lombardi on the boat.
Biggest catch of the year.
He's very valuable.
I think they got to keep him forever.
I mean, there's a ton of upside here. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.